Diane Wiesenthal is the Vice President of People and Organizational Services at the Canadian Wheat Board. She spoke with us about building a sustainable model for corporate people responsibility. What is corporate people responsibility?
Essentially, when I look at HR and how it's evolving, I started to take a look at how organizations spend money. And one of the things that they do is spend an awful lot of money on corporate social responsibility. So the environment around us, there's lots of revenue in it for companies, essentially, to focus on that. Internally, though, they could have very polluted work environments. And this is all about looking at an integrated wellness strategy to ensure that you have organizational health as well as individual health. So it's trying to leverage that and find the hidden corporate budget bleeds in order to ensure that organizations are being more profitable by finding those and solving them.
What has the Canadian Wheat Board done to achieve this?
We've set up a new people strategy and a new people vision for the next 5 years out. We're now halfway through the implementation of that plan. And we've looked at things from how do we get employees involved in every aspect of our business. So looking at our HR programs and services to ensure that we leverage that capacity in terms of ensuring we have people involved in helping us build the new organization. We have an organization that is 75 years old, has lots of institutional type of practices. And when you're looking at modernizing an environment, it's how do you help people build that along with you. And so what we've taken a look at is, how do we design jobs around people's strengths so that they have much more fun on the job, and we're not focusing on the things that they can't do well in particular jobs, but what can they do well that helps the organization be more successful. We've looked at when we modernize our work environment and our work processes, how do we help employees build it up from the grassroots up versus a top-down approach? And it's been very, very successful in that regard. We've also looked at giving employees ownership of benefit programs. So a lot of our innovative benefits, we actually set up employee committees. So they have leadership and development opportunities. They can learn how to budget like other departments do. And that gives them the ability to enhance their skill set and help the organization grow and achieve different things.
What are the benefits for the employers who really focus on this?
One of the things that we believe our work environment is a competitive advantage for us. We know that it brings people to the organization versus us having to beat the bushes to try and find people to come and work for us. Word of mouth travels very, very quickly, and corporate reputation in terms of internal work environment is something that people talk about. And we're trying to create an environment where people actually have fun. They learn a lot. It's a challenging environment. It's a lot of hard work at the same time, but that is something that we're taking a look at. We've taken a look at some of the ROI benefits in terms of what is the actual return on investment, and it saves the Canadian Wheat Board millions of dollars annually when we look at attraction and retention particularly. And that for us is a competitive advantage, and so we want to leverage that as much as possible.
How will this help an employer in the future when they're trying to attract the younger generation?
We really tried to find, what is appealing for these individuals, and we saw it reflected in a number of activities that we would organize for staff where the attendance was starting to go down. And you realize that the world is changing. People don't want to have evening events anymore because they would prefer to be with their family and their friends because we do spend enough time at work already. So it was looking at things from the lens of what can we do that's a little bit more creative and innovative. And one of the things that we just recently did was design a social networking space. Right in the cafeteria, it's very open. We encourage people to go down there. We've set up a flat screen TV with a Wii station and a shuffleboard and I think a foosball table, and there's some games in there. But it's a fun concept, but at the same time it's very strategic for us in the sense that one of our strategic goals is to break down the silos within the organization. And young people like to talk to each other. They don't like to go on the website and read things. They want to find out from their colleagues, what are you working on? What are you doing? And this is a way of bringing people together in the organization.